Brand colors can make a design feel polished, consistent, and professional. But if those colors are hard to read, the design can look beautiful and still fail the people who need to use it. In this video, we'll use Brand Kit in Venngage to create and apply brand colors and fonts for Jealous Fork Entertainment, a fictional company. Along the way, we'll talk about accessibility decisions that should happen while you design, not after the design is finished. So let's start by opening Manage Brand off on the left-hand side of this menu when you first open Venngage. And right here, you'll see that I have 2 brand kits already created. That's right, in Venngage, you can have more than one brand kit, which is helpful if your team manages multiple brands or if you have a different color scheme or look across departments. Now, I'm just going to open a brand kit here so you can see what exactly we're going to be creating in this demo. A brand kit can include a variety of different things. You can have brand logos, different brand colors, brand icons, images, even uploaded fonts. And I want to point out here that underneath brand colors, you can have multiple brand palettes. So here I have one with all of my accent colors, and down here I have a more subtle one that still uses my brand, but it's more high contrast. Now this matters because each Venngage palette here has a limited number of color slots, so creating accessible palettes takes a little bit more intention than just throwing all of your brand colors into one spot. But for right now, let's go back to all brand kits and talk about creating our own brand kit from scratch. To do that, click on the button Add New Brand Kit and give your brand kit a unique name. And for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to name it something very generic and click Create. Upon creating a brand new brand kit, you'll be met with this demo kit area or the set up your brand kit tool above. And if you have a document that has your brand colors, logos, fonts, and other things about that style located in that document, you can set them up automatically here. Just click that Set Up Your Brand Kit Automatically. And if it's a website, that's perfect because it's asking for a web link. Then you throw that link in there and Venngage will extract all of that brand information from here. Or, of course, if you don't have that handy, you can simply set it up manually using the area below. Now, first things first, let's start with our brand logos. So here you can browse files wherever they might be located on your computer or network drive. And here I'm just grabbing the assets for Jealous Fork Entertainment, and here I have several different icons with which to choose. I am going to choose this one here, the PNG file. Double click on that, and that will then begin uploading to Venngage as that brand logo. Now here I do want to point out, a lot of companies will have multiple versions of the same logo. And after you import one, notice that plus sign kind of disappears. It happens. If you want to upload multiple brand logos, you kind of need to do it all at once. So click that Browse File, and as you are selecting, make sure all those are in the same location, and click, and click on those images while holding down your Control key, and then choose Open. And there you go, just a quick tip. Hopefully that'll save you a few extra seconds figuring that out. But yeah, that's how you can get multiple brand logos. Just make sure you select them all at the same time. Same thing for brand icons, although you can add them all at once, or this time you will have a plus sign after you import them, so that's less of an issue. But brand icons and brand images kind of work the same. You select that JPEG, PNG, or SVG file to upload those icons or brand images. What's nice about brand icons is you can upload SVG, but you are limited with logos and brand images to just JPEG or PNG files. Now this brand doesn't have any icons, so I'm going to go over to Brand Images and click Browse Files and look for that Images folder, and I'm just going to select a bunch of these all at once. So I can click on the first one, hold down Shift, click on the last one, and choose Open. And I will be met with this message, and that is because a few of my files are over the limit of 10 megabytes. So just click OK, and it will upload the images that are underneath that size limit. And next, we can start adding our brand colors. So the first thing we're going to do here is click on this plus sign to begin adding colors to this first palette. And here you'll see we've got an area for hex code, RGB, and there's no color picker here, unfortunately. So you do need to have those values handy when you add your brand colors. So the first one I'm going to add here is for the Midnight Wink color in our brand logo, and that is going to be 241025. Pressing enter will then save that color. That is a very, very dark color here. And to add another one, just click anywhere outside of that. You can click that X or click outside the window, and then click that plus sign again to add another color. Now from here, I'm going to change this one to 3A123D and press enter. And that is my dark plum color for this palette, and I'm going to keep moving on. So there I've gone ahead and added some of my brand colors. Now this isn't the full palette. I am limited to 5 colors per palette in Venngage. So if I have to add more colors, I need to add those colors as another palette. But I'm leaving these as my dark and accent colors here, my first 3 accent colors, to make a point. So later on when we start using these brand colors, you'll see why you need to have a mix of both light and dark colors with each one of these palettes. But for right now, let's move on to brand fonts. Now, brand fonts, Venngage has a variety of different fonts that you can select that are already here. You can select one that goes with your brand if that is available, or if not, you can always upload your fonts. And I believe I have a Google font that I have already downloaded here. It is in my fonts folder. It's Sacramento, and I'm just going to click on that. That is a TTF file. You can upload a number of files. You can upload OTF and WOFF files as well. So let me just select that. It's going to upload that here, asking me to confirm, and it will ask you, you do have permission to use these on this platform, and yes, I do. Confirm and continue, and now it's going to add that font. Now, once you've uploaded a font here, it should be available to use as one of your headings. So let's say I want to make that specialized font heading 1. Let's go ahead and click that drop down, and there it is. All of your uploaded fonts will appear towards the top of that font selector. So you can simply select that, choose the font size, choose the font color that you want to be the default for that font, and that will save automatically. And that's the grand tour of how to set up a brand kit in Venngage. Now, jumping over to the My Designs area, you can see I've got a number of training designs right here. And let's say we just want to apply that brand kit that we just created to one of these designs. So here's a design I created, and I created a version 2 so we can compare the results. This one has a lot of text. We're going to be fixing that in another video, but for right now, we just want to change these brand colors. So if you have a design, let's say it could be a template that you downloaded and modified. In fact, that's exactly what I did for this one. I took this template and turned it into this, which looks very different. Now, to apply brand colors quickly, the easiest way to do that is to click on the brand kit icon in that left-hand menu. Clicking on that will bring up all of your brand kits. Now, by default, it's going to pull from the very first one that is in your brand kits area. So mine, I have Heather Ackman, but I also have this Jealous Fork Entertainment and Demo Kit, which we just created. So switching over to Demo Kit, you'll see all of the palettes we created, and I only created one. And I again did that to show you the importance of choosing your palettes for accessibility purposefully. So right now, if I shuffle this palette, you can see the colors immediately start to swap out on that one design. And everything looks pretty high contrast here, even though I have all these colors. Now, it's still keeping some colors from the previous design, but that doesn't always work that way. So let's go over to slide 2, and I'm going to shuffle this one. This was that template that I downloaded. Some of this looks okay. However, some text is really, really difficult to read, and that is definitely not going to pass some color contrast checks. Now, I can keep shuffling, but I do want to point out that shuffling should be just a starter. It should never be that final version. So from here, then I'd have to choose what fonts need to be replaced to make it more high contrast and to fix the accessibility for that text. Now, selecting that text, I just want to show you real quick. Once you select it and go to font color, you should see a check at the very, very bottom that will flag anything that is low contrast. So right here, we've got that big red X, low contrast, and it will give you the ratio to the right-hand side of that. So from here, I know I have to choose a different color to improve that contrast. And that will be the same for any of these. As soon as you click on any one of them, we'll have a very quick note below on whether or not it will pass the contrast test. Brand kit is a great way to keep your designs consistent, but accessibility, of course, still depends on the choices you make inside that design.